first for the Rockets. Beverly and Harden man the back.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am back. Okay, let me pause it. I am back. I'm so sorry, guys. I have not been doing a video in like 2 weeks. My Wi-Fi has been down, so I have not been able to get anything. Just to say, guys, I do videos on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The only days, unless it's a special occasion, like a day off from school and stuff, yeah. And guys, I am so sorry if you can't hear me that well. I have broken my poor little stand for my microphone, which I'm speaking in right now. So I think this is good, right? This should be good. Like, I have this lane. If not, how about this? Is good, right? I know this is good. This is definitely good. It's kind of uncomfortable. If you see what I was doing, you guys would be cracking up like, dude, like bruh. So we're gonna go on. My man Russell Westbrook is right on the face. Why they got him sitting out? Why? Oh wait, no they don't. About to say. Westbrook, Durant, Robertson, they got the good people in. Ibaka, he's alright. And Adams, he's okay. So, we're gonna do it right now. Beverly. There's a lot of people I hate. Beverly and Harden. That
And it's center the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Maniunas in at the power forward position. And looking at the Thunder, Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And at the center position out of New Zealand and the University of Pittsburgh, 6'11" pivot, Steven Adams. And it's Durant. And it's Ibaka in at the 4 spot. James Harden Clark, voted by a majority of NBA GMs last season as the #1 shooting guard in the entire league.
Really hard to argue that, Kevin. I mean, he's an elite scorer, second in the league in free throw attempts per game last season, and he's also a really, really good passer. Able to make his teammates better because he draws so much attention and willing.
That's how you do things. That's how you do things. Nah, the guy's mad now.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach.
They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight.
I'm about to start tearing up. Who made that dunk though? Was it my number 12 guy? Was that Dwight Howard? Was that? Let me see that replay. Shut up, Sonny. Shut up. Yeah, my goodness. Yo, that's number 1. That's ours. That guy made a lot of playing. Like, I wasn't making YouTube videos yesterday because I was not feeling well. My internet was working and everything, but I was not feeling well. And today's Saturday, guys. And my Wi-Fi is still not working on Saturday. So, but I'm still recording YouTube video, and I put it up during the week.
Where's the bow and arrow?
And look at this. The guy came from the 2-pointer line. That was the 2-pointer line. 2-pointer line. That was Matt Fargo. I look from a different perspective. Let me show you this. Alright. Look how far this guy was. That's the 2-pointer line. And he went up on the 2-pointer line. On the layup line. Dang. That ain't fair though.
Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second guessing. He might have them third guessing, guys.
Wait, what am I playing on, pro or rookie? I am not that good, guys. Well, I am good, but I don't know why. I really don't know. What do you choose? I forgot. Difficulty. There's nothing else but rookie. Dang, that's so messed up. But
Doris.
I could win it.
And Harden hand in glove with the Rockets' offensive philosophy. 80% of his shot attempts come from either beyond the arc
Ooh,
or
why
in
you
the
guys
paint.
leaving this open?
That combination of shooting with
They
slashing
got good
ability, a
defense.
real key to his effectiveness.
They got
Here's
good-
Westbrook.
they got
James
good
Harden
defense.
picking up that last
But look
basket.
at us, and then
Westbrook.
Westbrook goes for that layup. And then
And
we
so
get
he
that
earns a
team.
trip to the
We
line.
don't make that
Officials saw
layup.
the
I
contact. He
wanted
will
to
shoot
make
two.
that
And James Harden among the league leaders in scoring and scoring efficiency for 2 seasons running. Even bad shots for most players are average ones for him with his great skill level. And the other
I
thing
never
that
got an A
makes him such
before.
a potent scorer,
I'm a high school
gets to that foul line
I got
to the
an
tune
A.
of about
Extra
10 times a
level.
game.
Reza passes to Harden. Takes the three. The offensive rebound. Dishes it to Beverly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Hard and creating great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Now here's Durant.
Good.
Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. He's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
And there's something else on his resume that can't be overlooked. Just how many times he's taken over at the end of close games.
Yo, that went to
Carried.
3 hands or something. Like, look at this. I'm sorry, I replay a lot though. Look, 1, 2, 2 hands. And then I catch it and like take it. Oh my goodness. Wow!
His team to the
Woo! Sorry. I will be doing that live. Video.
6.
I'm so excited. Oh! You can't cross nobody.
First quarter of
with this.
basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
No, what the heck?
Here's the break. Here's Ariza. Westbrook with the nice D there.
Yeah, get that
Well,
rebound.
one of his
Ooh.
issues is he's a
Ooh, I
player
love
that just
that.
does not excel at fighting through contact on
That's
his
a
way to the
shooting
rim.
foul.
And Robertson kicks to Durant. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook.
Ooh!
And that one's on top from the wing.
That's the three-pointer.
Westbrook's
Why
got
they
5
not
points
giving
so far.
us the points for three-pointer?
Rockets leading by.
Let me make a replay of that. Let me make sure that was three-pointer. I was playing yesterday too. I don't know if I recorded that. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. So if I zoom out, that my boy, he's wearing what is these? These are those look dead like look. You see how they say it has the LeBron side. Let me show my man Westbrook is wearing. Look at this. This. Oh, damn it. Look at this, guys. This is an awesome jump shot. No, let me run that back. Okay. So, this guy is wearing... It looks like this guy is wearing... Why does it look like low graphics, but Colombians? Legend Blues. It really does, though. Oh my goodness, it looks like Legend Blues because you see the Jordan sign inside, and you know how the Legend Blues has a Jordan sign. Let's go.
As you might have expected them to be, Clark, the Rockets were very good on the road.
Well, with the way that team is comprised,
Damn.
with multiple threats on the floor,
That ain't a
offensively,
foul?
it's no surprise to
That
see
is a
them
foul.
excel on the
I
road.
feel so bad for that team though.
Adam's shot is good.
Like, how is that not a foul? Even I'm saying
Just
I'm
under
not-
3.5 minutes gone here
I
in the
nearly
first
knocked
quarter. Beverly kicks to
I
Howard.
knocked the guy down.
Houston moving it around. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Harden.
That really was a
Ariza's
foul.
got his
I didn't
second
even-
basket.
That is a foul.
Well, as you said,
Make
the
that
Rockets
two,
strong
Durant.
on the road
No,
last year,
it's a
21
two, Durant.
record. Anytime you're over 500
Bye, I would pay
on
for
the
it.
away side, you're in a good
Hey,
spot.
make sure they make the shot.
Pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Here's Monteunice. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, the
make
mid-range
it.
shot
Okay.
is not the
You got
easiest
this,
one to make. And when you
Make
got
that
Jay
two.
like he
Make
has
that
there,
two. Yes.
those are shots you want to make.
We're tied. We're tied.
What's really scary about the Rockets is that they let some games slip away last year on the road and still managed to win 21 games away from
Get that
home.
rebound. Get that
I would expect that mark to improve this season.
Now Ariza. After Monty Unis's three-pointer wouldn't go. And it's Howard finishing it off.
You know, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you gotta try to do more to slow him down. You can't
I am sick at 3 quarters or 2 quarters. Layups are just not my thing when it comes to basketball. Probably not in digital world. I am the best at layups.
1:37 left to play in
Watch
the
me
first.
pick it up with Westbrook.
Adams, right side.
Let me just pick it up
On a
with.
unit
Damn
with the
it!
steal.
Yo! Why did
And
it get
here
on my
comes
nerves
Harden,
to
leading
this
the
last?
fast Jams it with authority. Let's look at the energy stats, how the
James
hustle
Harden
game
is
has
always
been going
getting
for
me
the Rockets.
They've come out in attack mode
know
defensively,
what they're
applying
doing.
pressure and
That
stealing the ball
backboard noise is
repeatedly.
my racket.
And I really think you've got to love the way they've protected the rim today. I mean, a good number of blocks
He's
in the
like,
first half.
you
They
can
better lock up on Westbrook or it could be trouble.
Houston in the lead.
It really ain't bad though. It really ain't
It's Harden with the drive. Shoots the three.
Catch
Can't
that
get it to
rebound.
go.
Catch that
So the
rebound.
Thunder will take it the other way.
Make that layup, Westbrook.
So he gets the
That's
whistle.
shooting
Contact
foul.
on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Instead of a dunga.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the
Yeah, let me
ball.
get that
But it's his
free throw.
overall talent
Yeah.
that's made him successful.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
will,
yeah,
his
yeah.
competitiveness, and his incredible.
I made a
Free throw
shot.
drops for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Brooke is a phenomenal rebounder and scorer at the point
I'm
guard
just mad hyped because I
He
made that
gets
shot.
steals.
I'm just
He
stuff
really
like
is
that.
one of the stat sheet stuffers, supreme
yeah, they
guys
have to. They
in the
can.
league.
It's really
Corey
impossible
Brewer's
to make
checked
that
in for the
last.
Rockets.
Oh, snap!
And Westbrook every season among the league leaders, Steve, in assists, but also
That's that
unfortunately in
rebound.
tournament.
Well, with his scoring burden, that's to be
Go for that
expected.
layup. No!
It's definitely an area he can continue to
Brewer, I
improve.
have not hit it.
Houston's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Kicks it to Ariza.
I was playing with the
Hands it
same
from
people
downtown.
yesterday.
Ariza's
Damn
got
it.
7 points in the game.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
I'll
Nope,
make
this
you
game's
Adams.
been all
Nah,
about
that's
rapid
a layup.
fire
And he
offense
misses
early.
the layup. I'm sick of Adams. For real.
Rockets leading by 4.
He can't even make it. He can't even make a shot.
Everly with the ball. He has 5. Ariza, right side. 4 seconds left. And he lays it up and in. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Westbrook. No luck.
Thank you.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
You didn't make that. Look at a 0. A VBR.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, Steve Clark, what are your thoughts?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good
He got good
shots
threes.
inside the
I made
lane as
three with him.
possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and
Honestly,
purpose.
think Perkins is
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
just a straight up
Well,
people.
thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook,
But
one of the
he
most
made that
competitive
too.
guys you'll meet.
I'll
He
give
looks
that
as though
credit
he
to
is
Perkins.
angry on the
Perkins,
court,
I was
and
just
quite
saying to
often
you,
he is. As
you
Kevin
didn't make that
Durant has
two
said,
pointer.
anger
It was
could
a
be
far
good
two
and
pointer,
bad,
so-
but it's
Oh,
on
go
the
with
good
that,
side for
because
Russ.
Jackson's
He doesn't
supposed
like
to.
anybody he's
Look,
playing
look,
against.
see?
He does a
If-
great
if
job
you wanna
every
steal the
single
ball, you
game
got
of playing
Jackson.
with fire
And Adams
and with force.
blocked that, didn't
Guys,
He's something else,
Don't
Doris.
block
Thanks.
that. Don't do that.
guys, they continue to put
don't
a lot
block
of
that.
pressure on the
Don't do it.
interior.
Wait. Hold up.
With the way they
Look at
work
my-
down low.
Like,
Well, it's become one of the stories
I
of
looked
the
at my
first half.
screen. It's 5-second violation. What?
Dwight
Even my
Howard
5-second
checked in for
violation is
Houston.
8-second violation.
Here's Terry. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Brewer. And the layup is good.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
And he made that. He made that too, right? He made that. He did make that though. Yo. You know how many times that happened to me? Wait, how was that even out of bounds though? Look, I hate when they tell you out of bounds even though it's like, look, that's not out of bounds. And they blew the whistle right here. Yeah, that's out of bounds, but they blew the whistle mad early. But they stop you from going out of bounds, don't they? and he still shot it. And the ball is okay. And swish. Just nice, plain old swish. And
You know, Steve, a lot of teams look at this Thunder franchise as a model, you know, of how to go about building a team that can compete for a title through the NBA draft.
Well, it's a good model to follow, but you need some luck, Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant fell into their lap. If they don't get the second pick in the lottery, and if Greg Oden doesn't go first to Portland, none of this happens. So, yeah, great planning, and they've had a terrific effort to put all this together. But it really comes back to getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Pull up Jay, rejected by Howard. Terry the pass to Papa Nicolo, and another three for Houston.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Thunder trailing by 11.
You know, going back to touch again on the Thunder, really you couldn't have asked for a better scenario for a small market team to put together a roster like this. I mean, your four pieces, your cornerstone pieces, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, are all relatively young in their careers and seem to enjoy playing for each other. So they're going to be good for a long time.
Here's Terry. Dion Waiters making his last shot. Brewer's shot is off. Here's Jackson. That one wide left. Houston leading by 9.
Well, they did have to deal with some small market repercussions. Thunder talking about. They couldn't afford to pay James Harden. They had to make that trade. But I think they've dealt with it really well. They've added some nice pieces. Thunder, obviously, still one of the elite teams in the NBA.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
He is so athletic, Kevin, and for a guy his size, one of the best athletes I think this league has ever seen. And what makes him so
I'll be back. I gotta fix this again. The third. No, but the okay. Let me
important to his team is just the defense, the shot blocking, the anticipation, the speed in that paint area.
Yeah, when you're 6'11", Steve, strong and can jump the way Dwight Howard does, I think it just comes with the territory. Whether he's sending shots back, throwing them down, everything is done with authority.
Here's Houston now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Smith with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Terry with room to shoot. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Terry's got his first basket.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needs to be.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and he gets it to go. And it's 6
As long as
points
you
for
make
Kevin
it.
Durant.
My man!
Kevin Durant again last season, far and away the leader in points per game. Mark his 4th time with that distinction.
And Kevin, you know, with your study of the game and its history, only 5 players in NBA history have done that. If you're talking total points over a season, he's led the league in that category. 5 straight.
And it's Howard finishing it off. Thunder trailing by 14. Durant just inside the line.
I can't find mine.
None of them?
One of them cracked, one of them got ruined in Jamaica, and one of them I kind of lost. I mean, I ruined in Jamaica and Florida.
You suck.
I have a lot of editing to do in this video.
Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Rockets have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the
Why do you
field.
keep the door open when you're
Stolen
showering?
by Jackson.
Dang it, why would you do that? Go for that. Go for the rebound.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Damn it. Did he touch that? Did he touch that?
And the Rockets with possession. Terry outside. Howard. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
1:58 left to play in the first half. Shoots,
3.
and it comes off the front of the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Here's Waiters. It's hauled in by Smith. Smith's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Terry, that's a 2. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect them to miss there.
And it's Durant missing. Houston leading by 14. Here's Brewer. Good on the shot. Brewer's got 4 this quarter.
Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Now the Rockets with it. They're on an 18-6 run. Terry outside. Fires the 3. Houston gets it back.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Well, it looks like it's in his head right now. He looks tight, and he's not producing, and his team's struggling as well.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
Well, better safe than sorry. You got to be sure when you're in traffic.
And that one's good. Durant.
Took him a little while to get into the flow of this game.
Stupid!
Definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Shoots from the right block. Howard can't hit.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And that one's good. Brewer with the ball. 6 points for him. Knocks it loose. Had the space there, but it's offline. Durant just inside the line.
Dang it!
No, trying to beat the
Look, I gave my man Durant pissed off.
Rockets lead by 14. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
I got my man Durant pissed off. Like mad pissed off. Dang.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
It'll be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half. So far, they have had no answer for him down on the block.
Well, you got to mix up the looks you give him. Bump him out some, fronting, play behind, double team. But right now, he looks unstoppable in the paint.
The
Rockets, to me, are an emerging factor in the West. Not 100% sold on them being championship caliber. I still think you got to give that front office a lot of credit in terms of what they got out of the superstar tandem of Harden and Howard. I think it's a strong foundation of scoring and defense.
Here's Adams. James Harden picking up that last basket.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Beverly's got 8.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. It gave him a wide open look there.
Boy, the Rockets came out smelling like a rose, didn't they? Bringing in Howard, but some luck along the way, too. You remember the Chris Paul Lakers trade that was vetoed. Steve, the Rockets would have gotten Pau Gasol in the deal.
And then not Dwight Howard because they wouldn't have had the capital to absorb him. So, you know, they're probably glad that in hindsight that deal fell through because Dwight Howard, the younger and more talented player, when you think about his comparison to Gasol.
Now, here's Ariza. 9 points in the game so far. On here's no luck.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little bit. Make a pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot. Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they need him.
It's Harden with the drive. The teardrop falls in. Harden's got 8.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Thunder trailing by 17. Durant for 3. The shot is
yes,
good.
finally!
13 points in the game.
A 3-quarter shot. Thank you. This guy's the best of
Now here's Beverly. 8 points for him.
I'm kind of sick, though. I'm not that sick for me. Steal that ball.
Rockets ball as Houston keeps
What?
possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. It's lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Long range from the inbound. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
They call him Serge Ibaka. Ibaka has led the league in total blocks for 4 straight seasons. I love that.
Beverly dishes to Harden. He kicks it to Howard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's 13 points for Dwight Howard.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show. Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Who'll give you for 3 points, then if they give you 2 points for layup,
And here's Harden.
they can make...
In low to Howard. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And the rejection by Harden.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Third
quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Fires at the elbow. And Adams kicks to Roberson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Durant. But they get it back. Houston leading by 14. Harden the pass to Monteunitas. He feeds it to Beverly.
Go out to the door for her.
Howard with the screen on Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Harden with the drive. That one a little long.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
They get it back. Adams dishes to Ibaka. Here's Westbrook.
That's a 3.
Nice
That's a 3.
the top of the key.
Yes.
Westbrook's got 6 in the quarter. 1:37 left in the third quarter of the game.
You know, you could tend to think of the Thunder as a top-heavy team with the all-stars they have, but they actually get a lot of production from their bench, which makes them a championship caliber team.
Here's Beverly. He's got 10. Harden outside. Shoots. Good. He hits the jump shot. Harden's got 10 points. This Thunder team was very deep last year, as you said. They were third in the league, Steve, in bench minutes played.
And even though the bench wasn't really carrying the offensive load, they were good defensively and they kept things close. Really, all they needed to do was eat minutes, and they did that a lot last year.
Thunder trailing by 10. Here's Roberson. That's short off the rim.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Beverly kicks to Ariza. Beverly with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And that one's good. Beverly.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Roberson can't hit.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of. They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. It's a good strategy when they're on top. I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
The Thunder have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Well, you look at
that shit never going in. Uses in the gravity of physics, they have to make that go in. Since it's right there, it could have went right out. See, that's out. Look, that's out. That's out again. That's still out. That's still out. But still on there. It's still on there. Like it's blocking it. That's totally out. You cannot see this. Like it just bounced. That's totally out of the hoop. But then they have to.
The numbers from a season ago, this team shot about 81% as a unit. Very impressive.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
The third quarter, guys.
Double-digit ball game.
One more quarter to make this all up.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth
I
quarter.
think I
The
can make
scoreboard
it.
tells the story in this
No, I
matchup.
do not. I do
We'll see
not
how much
think
things change up here.
I
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Houston.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
Here's Jackson on the high post. He throws it.
You know, that mid-range jump shot, maybe an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, they very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
Now here's Monty Eunice. Ariza outside. He dishes it to Brewer. Knocks down the three ball.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jump.
Collison, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebound.
So sorry. Reaching? Man, what are you talking about? What are you talking about reaching? I'm reaching in to get the ball. Now talk about the way like, give me the ball. It's like, can I be a wizard and hold it in my hand? Or can I have the force? The force! The force! The force! The force. Calls it like the force. Okay, that hit my behind. Yes, the feel so
Rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Monty Eunice. Brewer, good.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Allison for three. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. For the Thunder, Baca comes in for Nick Collison. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Dion Waiters.
I'm not being racist.
Rockets leading by 17. Now Beverly. Harden kicks to Brewer. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Here's Jackson. They get the rebound. Adams, the pass to Durant. Brewer with the steal. Gives him the lead pass. Changes up. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, you know, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves.
It's going to be a
goaltending. I goaltended. How in the world did I goaltend when he made a dunk and I didn't even touch the dang ball? Our balls are going. Oh my goodness! Pause. That's bad. Our hands are going to the net. Like it's seriously going to the net. My hand goes to his hand, goes to the net, goes to the rim, and this hand, my hand is to the rim. Well, my hand is to the net. His hand is not going to anything. Real graphics of 2K17, and this guy walking like Popeye the Sailor Man and be like do 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 do. I'm not aware of a ball that just fell off my head. Oh yes. My name is that Marvel, I guess? That's Marvel? Yes, Marvel. My name is Marvel, and I don't feel any ball falling on my face. And look, this Dwight Howard is going like, let me give you something that you can feel. Huh? Nope, I'm sorry, I missed your face by a lot. Like, by a total lot. Yeah.
Sending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
You got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
And the Rockets making a change here. Monteunis has checked in. Rockets leading by 15. Harden kicks to Beverly. The pass to Howard. Here's Harden. Nails the 16-footer.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Durant attacking, and it's blocked. They retain possession. Waiters dishes to Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Adams defended by Beverly. Waiters pass it to Adams, and that one is stuck right through.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish.
And that one's good. Beverly.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Andre Robertson.
Didn't even touch anywhere out of bounds. I hate when that happens. Like, it hit there, and it went like out of bounds. Out of bounds. I think it's when it hits that line right there, like it's totally out of bounds. It's like out of balance. Look at this guy. This guy made it not go out of bounds. It did not touch the floor. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the. Alright, so this guy. Catch the ball, and he made. Is he out of bounds? Is he out of bounds? He's not out of bounds. He's not out of bounds, so how? So
Check in from Oklahoma City. Timeout call, the Rockets. The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title. But they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and they've made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
Beverly, no good on the three. Under trailing by 17.
Oh, I did not realize I had the ball. Yo, Durant made that shot. Oh, that guy made.
And Ibaka kicks to Adams. Outside Durant. And stolen by
Ooh,
Howard.
steal
Durant with the steal. Adams' shot is off.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
That's good.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Now here's Durant. Lets it fly from 18. They grab their own miss. Ibaka dishes to Jackson. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down. And you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there, it helps them stay tougher. Close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in, more veteran leadership and toughness.
Okay, guys, I think my cousin just changed the view. Yeah.
Poked away. It's taken away by Smith. Terry with it, guarded now by Jackson. Terry against Jackson. Into Smith. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
Now here's Terry. The feet to Smith.
That's a
It's
shooting
stolen by
foul.
Ibaka.
That's a blocking foul, too.
Here's Adams. Their offense